Hey guys, and welcome back to I Like Watches, and welcome to the unboxing of another watch sent to this channel by a store from AliExpress that is fast becoming one of my favourite stores, the Octopus Kraken store. They are offering something a little bit different, some cool, funky little sort of military watches, some dive watches. I've already unboxed a couple of their watches and they are really nicely made. In fact, I'm going to be preparing some full reviews for those watches very, very soon. But in the meantime, they've sent me another one to unbox. I won't be returning this watch, that's why you will have seen the includes paid promotion icon in the top left or the bottom left hand corner, and of course with it being an AliExpress watch I will be putting some affiliate links in the video description and I'd love for you to use them. Right guys, let's crack on and take a look at this watch. Here it is then, all the plastic's been removed. I've put a bit of life into the movement, moved the hands out the way of all the important bits, but that's about it. I gotta say, it's nice to see a few smaller automatic men's watches appear on AliExpress. This is the second one I've seen in a week. They're like buses, aren't they? Don't see any for months and months, if not years, and then all of a sudden two turn up pretty much at once. But it is really, really good to see. And I've got to say, just like the other Boltony or Octopus Kraken watches I've seen on this channel, the finishing on this watch is really, really nice. It's a very simple case. There's no brushing or polished surfaces, so you don't have any sort of polished chamfered edges or transitions from one finish to the other. But this sort of frosted, bead blasted finish, which pretty much covers the whole case apart from the case back, is really nicely done, and it is a well proportioned case. The crystal sits quite high, and with this double pass NATO, I have done an outside wrist shot. I think it does sit a touch high. A single pass NATO would be fine. Yeah, I wouldn't wear it on a double pass. I think with it being quite a small watch, but it's certainly not the sort of flattest watch. It just looks a little bit deep on the wrist, but I do like this crystal. I haven't checked it, but according to the specifications, it's sapphire crystal. It looks like it's double domed because you don't really have any distortion when you're looking at the dial at a very tight angle, but of course you've got that sort of domed or rounded edge to it. It's nice. The dial, I gotta say, is really nicely done. The print is super crisp. I suspect there's a couple of types of lume on this watch. We'll check out the lume in a minute, but the colour of the lume on the hands matches really, really nicely with those lume dots on the minute track, and I suspect those numbers are loomed as well. Of course, you've got the little sub dial at or just above the 6 o'clock. It is a Seagull movement, I believe, but that's not a problem for me. It winds up nicely. The action is nice. Yeah, I don't mind Seagull movements at all. They make a lot of movements. They are a huge global supplier of automatic movements, and they are generally yeah, well received and well made. So it's not a problem for me. Nice, I do like it. The NATO's very basic. There's no signature on the buckle or on the crown. You can also get this with a sterile dial, which I think would make the watch look, well, just very sterile. Perhaps a little bit more in keeping with the original watches, but yeah, I like to have the name on the dial at least. A name on the buckle as well would be nice, or even perhaps some sort of logo on the crown. Yeah, the NATO's okay. It's just a very simple, basic NATO, but at least the hardware matches. The finishing on the hardware matches the case, which is actually a nice touch, isn't it? Right, should we check out the lume? Let's do it. I've got my light stick around here somewhere. There we go. Quick blast with the light stick. Lights off. Yeah, and there you go. Two types of lume, BGW9 and C3, I suspect, and nicely done. Oh, look at the seconds hand, fully loomed as well. They've done that on another watch, actually. I'm sure they have. That's really cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Nice hands. Decent amount of lume by the looks of it, all very evenly applied, and yeah, and that fully loomed seconds hand is a nice touch. Nice. Right, before we wrap up, let's have a quick look at the case back and see if there is anything on it. It might be sterile. I suspect it will be, given the crown and the buckle on the strap is sterile, but that's not too much of a problem. I'm just curious to see what the finishing is. Oh, there you go. Very standard. Screw down case back, circular brushing. Nice. Well, that's another nice little watch from Boltony or Octopus Kraken. I think the store is Octopus Kraken and the brand is Boltony. But either way, it's a cracking little store. They produce some fantastic little watches. I've unboxed 3 of them. I'm still yet to review one. I promise you I'm going to start reviewing these Boltony watches very, very soon. Cheers, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take care. Look after yourselves. You'll see me again very, very soon.